All right, how to cook. This is a major unit that is related to our health, and overall health and well-being. What we eat it's key to our being healthy. We have to feed our mind, body, and soul, but that food, we gotta get it right.
That's right.
The food is filled with so many different chemicals, the way they grow it, the way they produce it, getting it to the grocery store, preserving it. It's a big mess. Anyways, I'm so proud to be in the nation at this time. We have some ways that right now we're getting food straight from farms, our farm and other farms, where we're bringing it right here and cooking it in our kitchens. That's farm to table. It's key. So I'm doing bean soup. There's the recipe. This is a staple. Oh yes, thank you, Grace. That's funny.
Thank you.
Yes, and every week in the Final Call newspaper, there's an article. Thank you, Sister Samaya. How to Eat to Live.
Oh,
Every week in the Final Call.
yes,
And
ma'am.
then those come out of these books, they pull them out of here. Every week, book 1, book 2, gives the basic diet, which is based on how many times in a day we eat and the choices of food that we do. All right, the bean soup. Again, this is so inexpensive. Even with the rising cost of food, bean soup is still a very economical dish.
Yes,
You get some good bread, you're good. And a salad, that's a great meal.
Yes, ma'am.
The salt comes from our staple foods program. Investigate that. Whoever's listening to this video.
Your posters in the other room.
Okay. So we have food coming straight from where it is produced. The fish, the meat, the beans. We don't have the beans ran out.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you that came, but we regularly. Those are the beans that I would be using. That comes from the staple goods program. So the recipe, you have it there in front of you. There are several supermarkets in our area that carry local produce. We live in the Northeast, so we know sometimes that's not going to be real. So you do the best that you can. It doesn't always have to be organic. With this diet, it gives a way to be saved from what they're doing to the food and water. There's a way. There's a way for us to escape the poison that they are giving to us. And how many times we eat in a day, and the fasting that we do. We fast 3 days a month, and that will, at the end of a year, rid our body of toxins that would make us sick. So it's a struggle, and it's different than we've been taught to eat. Because now they're telling people to eat 5 times a day. It's ridiculous.
Really?
We're wearing out our stomachs. So the bean soup, carrots, green peppers, celery. Green pepper I chopped up by hand in the food processor. It grinds it a little too much. Yeah, you look.
You have to know how
You
to poach it.
Yeah. I wasn't. This was it. This looked better to me. You do it how you want.
Right.
You can again. It could be as fancy as you want, or it could be as simple as you want. The point is, get it done. I love kitchen gadgets. I use a food processor. Or, if you don't have one, get that knife and cut that stuff up and get it in the pot.
That's a fun
The
part.
navy beans. I had a little bag. Anyways, it's navy beans and small white beans. That's it. And they have some other colors, but this soup, that is what that is made out of. You can take the onions and the green peppers, saute them, put them in. I like doing it that way. You don't have to. My favorite, and there's 2 different ways on this recipe paper. The second one, I like to cook the beans partially and then put the vegetables in. I don't like pouring everything all into the pot at once. You can, that's not my favorite way to do it.
Can you say that process again? What you just said, how you like to do it?
I'd like to, my favorite. saute the green pepper and onions, right? And then the beans, let them cook partially, almost done. Then put the vegetables in.
Time is that, Sister Betty?
I'm sorry,
How much time is that?
an hour and a half to 2 hours. They're softening up pretty good by then. And then I put the vegetables in.
What if they don't soften
I'm sorry?
after an hour and a half? What should we do?
Oh, well, look, we talked. After two and a half to 3 hours, there's something going on with those beans. Yes.
So, you told me before about baking soda?
You can put a pinch of baking soda in it.
When you're
Yeah.
soaking.
That's gonna, when you're soaking, and if you really wanna save that pot of
Right.
soup, you can put it in there. You're going to taste it. It's going, it does, it affects the taste, but she wanted to save her pot of bean soup. So,
Not
yes,
save
ma'am.
these.
That baking soda, there was back in Phoenix, there was a sister that showed me how, if you're not done, if you're not done with your presentation, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay,
Thank you. What's your name?
right. The seasonings also interchangeably, don't use too much. It says that in How to Eat to Live in these recipes, I looked at it, it says a dash. Pour it, then you don't really taste the other foods. We should get used to tasting food versus tasting salt and pepper. Yeah, so I stuck with the dash. Let's see how it goes. You can use turmeric, you can use sage. Today I used some turmeric. I got this from Walmart. I was surprised. It wasn't very expensive. It's organic. So yeah, that worked. I was very surprised.
Yes.
Wild oats. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So get everything, get the beans partially done, get the vegetables in there, then your tomato paste. I wait until everything's almost good and done, and then I put the tomato paste in. Not a lot. You could use tomatoes also. It says that on the recipe card. And I took this from an original, Muslim cookbook. It was typed, so I'm pretty sure it's authentic. We did it. This cute picture on there. So that's it. Keep stirring. Once it starts getting done too, make sure you keep it low. And that's it. It says that in there. The beans will burn, and it's gone.
Smoky bean soup.
Yeah, smoky
Yeah.
roasted. Not good. It's
Not
not.
that
But you get the basic recipe, then you take it and tweak it how you want it. But there's the basic recipe. These books, How to Eat to Live by, they really, really are. Holy toast. There was something else that I was going to say about this soup.
Is that garlic powder?
Yeah, no, I like granulated garlic. I don't like powder. Yeah.
Yes.
So this gives more garlic flavor to me. I don't like garlic salt. I don't like granulated garlic. This came from Costco. It's a little more expensive, but I really like it. It's like eating garlic. And you can use fresh garlic also. You can use
Well,
fresh
if
garlic.
we have garlic, chopped up garlic, and that's not too much garlic. We have a chopped garlic, and then we have.
Oh, I wouldn't put both. I didn't use the fresh garlic. No. That's what I'm saying. No, sometimes I do, but I don't all the time. Yes. So some things, let's say, did your basic, then you can, go back and forth with whatever it is, but get those basic things. Some of the sisters don't use carrots.
Right, that's true. Right.
Some use turmeric, some use sage.
Yes.
The basic, those navy beans and those white beans, get those in there.
The navy bean is the small white bean.
You get a package in the store. One says navy bean, one says white. They have both.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so it's not confusing to people. You can use either one. They're sitting sometimes side by side. There's a navy bean and there's a small white bean.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And the messenger said that we could eat either or navy bean or white bean, and I think the pink,
Yes.
small pink.
Yes.
small
It's anything that you want to verify that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, pick these books up. You don't have to take it straight from me or any one of us. Pick these books up, the newspaper, it's all right there. And I would encourage any new person, or if you have a question, get it straight from the source.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is it acceptable to put rice or potatoes or smoked turkey in the bean soup, ma'am?
No, no, ma'am.
I thought I would just.
I know that we like that, and it is written in here, and you can verify it. He says if you must, you can boil it in the, but take the meat out. Don't quote me exactly, look. The book, there is a way, a little bit of meat, but he says to take it out, and I don't remember exactly. I've never done that.